Hi, friends. Today I'm contemplating the age-old topic of love. And perhaps it's because spring is in the air, and spring is often associated with love. If you think about nature, animals are very, in tune with spring. That's when they find mates, and they build nests and have babies, things like that. Of course, I'm not thinking in that literal sense. I'm thinking really of love, the word love, what it really means, how it has become such a topic of focus in today's day and age. There are wonderful books. In fact, Jay Shetty just released his book, The Eight Rules of Love, which is really good if you get a chance to read it. But we're also thinking of love in different ways. Originally, love, for me, especially growing up, was quite boxed, I think. I thought of love as romantic love. Will I meet that person that I fall madly in love with? And I have a few times. I've been quite privileged that way. We think about love between parents and children. How much do my parents love me? How much do I love my child? And it's only recently that I've started to perhaps, in the last 20 years, think about love between friends. Love that is not romantic or sexual or one that builds partnerships, love that is just love between people. And in all honesty, love really has been thought of that emotion, that feeling, that expression between people, maybe also our pets. And that's wonderful. What I'm thinking of is opening it up much bigger, much further. We've always thought of love in terms of behavior. What have you done to love me? If I love you, what am I going to do for you? How does that grow a relationship? So relationship, behavior, and love have gotten all tangled up with each other. I'm trying to dissect the three. What if love is just love? It's this massive, powerful, always existing entity that's constantly there. Nothing needs to be done. No behavior allows for love to grow or diminish. And the amount of love does not dictate the extent of a relationship, the quality of it. Perhaps relationships grow organically, however, we just love each other. And to me, for this moment, anyways, I'm going to completely untie all of these and just look at love by itself. What if everything in our life loves us? So the sun, as it shines sunlight on us, loves us. What if the moon, the stars, the clouds, the mountains, the trees, they all send us love? This love's constant, it's always there. So everything, the ground, the sky, the stars, and people. So people, as you've noticed, are part of a much bigger list of things, objects, beings, entities that love us. So that's step one. The love is being sent. What do I do with that love? Am I receiving it? Sometimes I'm not receiving it. And I'm not receiving it because, oh my gosh, my receiving antenna is broken or something. It's not that. It's just, I'm not receiving it because my ego conditioning, my ego programming has said, I'm not lovable. I can't be loved for whatever reason, right? And we all have that conditioning. I am only loved if, and you can fill in the blanks. We all have, if I am a good person, I'm a kind person, if I spend money on you, if I spend time with you, if I give you my energy, blah, 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 blah. In the end, all of these conditions are just conditions that are not true. We are loved unconditionally. The sun shines on us, and that's the way the sun loves us. So you can ask the question, well, what does the sun ever do for me? Or you can ask the question, what did the moon ever do for me? It just shows up in the sky and then it's not there anymore. So how do I know the moon loves me? What if we just trusted that the moon loves us, the sun loves us, the clouds love us, and I and everyone else on this planet can receive that love and become lovable? So we feel loved. We feel loved. We receive this love. And what is that feeling of love? What is that? It's so I can look within myself and I can love me. The sun loves me. I'm receiving that love. And I am now falling in love with myself because I am loved. That's step 2. So I receive the love and I fall in love with myself. And now what? I'm loved infinitely because I am lovable. And because I'm so loved and I have so much love, I can now give it to myself first, and then to back to that thing that gave me love. I can love the sun back. I can love the wind back. I can love the snow back. I can love the mountains. I can love the trees. I can send that love back. I can send it to the human beings in my life, every single one of them. It doesn't matter how they behave. It doesn't matter what our relationship looks like. That's very earthly. That's got so much conditioning attached to it. But if you look at love in an unconditional, constantly existing way, we can love back. Now that's step 3. So we receive love, we own it, we feel lovable, we send that love back. What happens is when we send that love back, that object or person that we send the love to receives the love and feels lovable. So the sun now falls more in love with itself. The moon falls more in love with itself. That human being that you're sending love to falls more in love with themselves. And when they become so full of love and they know they're lovable and they know they're loved and that love overflows, they send it back out. And this cycle of love, the love cycle, just constantly continues in the background. We as humans get so attached to the human form of love, which has so much transaction attached to it, which has so much condition attached to it, the doing, the being, the relationship, the calling, the texting, the saying, the doing, all of that is so conditional. If we drop the condition and just focus on the love exchange, the energy exchange between us and everything around us, that love cycle then just grows exponentially. And if we continuously focus on how am I being loved? What is sending me love right in this moment? How am I receiving it? How am I loving myself? And how am I sending that love back? So that object, that thing, whatever it is that's sending me love can now feel love too and continue the cycle. If that becomes a focus, the conditions just drop away because they're so small and insignificant. So I urge you today, look around you. What's loving you? Look around you. How are you receiving that love? How are you loving yourself, falling madly in love with yourself? How are you sending that love out? And how's that allowing that thing, that person to love themselves? Have a good one.